Now let's make chicken curry together. This is how I make it. I'll put the ingredients below. If you want to copy it, then that's fine. It's simple, quick, easy chicken curry. It's like a Chinese style chicken curry. So now I am just putting my wok on heat with a bit of Zardania, extra virgin olive oil, just to heat up, and then I'm going to dice my chicken. I'm not batching, so I am only using 2 chicken breasts, obviously enough for me and Maya. So I've put about a tablespoon of olive oil in the wok. I love using my wok for everything. Obviously you don't need a wok to do it, but my wok is my best friend. And as soon as I've diced this chicken, I am going to put it straight in there. Oil's not fully heated, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, I'm going to get this all chopped up. Obviously if you've got a chicken's got like crappy bits on like that, you want to take that off, because we don't want none of that in our food, do we? Really, let's be honest. I like to slice this bit off as well. And now we're going to slice this one up, and then we're sorted. Just dead easy, it doesn't have to be precise. You can cut your chunks smaller than I do, or you can have them bigger. Or you can do it in slices, or you don't have to use chicken breast at all. You can just make the sauce first and then use a bloody whole chicken, but I prefer it with proper chicken breast. You can use chicken thighs as well. That's entirely up to you for it to be a cheaper option. Boneless chicken thighs will work lovely as well. But yeah, all chopped up like that, all throw it in there, all whacked in there, sorted. Now while I wait for the chicken to brown, I'm going to chop up my mushrooms, peppers and onion. Sometimes I don't always put mushroom and peppers, usually I put one of either, but we've got them all today, so let's whack them all in. Gonna do the onion first. Maya's gonna murder me because I keep turning the tap on, and she is currently in the shower, so she's not gonna be impressed with me. But you know, I was gonna use my chopper, but we'll just do it manually, or whatever you call it. Let's go. We don't need perfection, we only need it rough. A rough dice of onion. Hate it when onion sticks to the knife, winds me up. So it just makes it 10 times more annoying. Everything's roughly chopped, and once the onion's all sorted like that, the onion can go straight in there with the chicken straight away, because it helps get the yucky smells from the chicken. Now, do you keep the heads on, the things on, or do you take them off? I don't like them. I have to get them all off. So Make sure there's none of that onion or stalks going in my mushrooms. I think I'll do a couple more and then that'll be them done. Chicken is simmering now, so we're going to give it a little bit of a stir just so it doesn't stick. It is a non-stick pan, so it shouldn't stick unless it's burning. But to be extra cautious, we're going to give it a little seasoning as well. So about a teaspoon of salt, or half a teaspoon. It is obviously to your preference, and then I'm going to put some black pepper in there as well. But salt and pepper all does depend on individual's taste. I like it quite salty, other people don't. We're going to leave that while we do the peppers. So we can see it, I'm going to do a red pepper because obviously the curry is like a yellowy colour, so if we do red then we can see it, which makes it look even prettier. And we're just going to, I think I'm going to dice it actually. So there's little bits spread around instead of slices. There we go, that's all. I'm just doing a little tidy of the worktops while I wait for the chicken, before I add all the other stuff, because if you tidy up as you go, there's not as much mess when it comes to it at the end. I have now added all the peppers and the mushrooms. Yeah, I burnt the bottom of the pan, which was wonderful, because I went and done something and forgot about it. But it's fine, it's just the juices. If you do have like a large lid like me, I recommend putting it on top and letting it simmer for a little bit to obviously soften all the veg. While that's going on, we're going to make our curry. Now I love using Maison. Swear by it, love it. Now obviously when I make like butter chicken curry or other stuff, I use different stuff and I'll show you that another time. But that's all I've got left, so I hope I've got enough, because if not I'm going to have to nip the shop. It should be enough because it's only for me and Maya. I'm not batching like I usually do. So what I'm going to do now is put this in a pan, boiling water. They say don't use boiling water, you can use cold water, but I use boiled water to make it quicker. And then obviously I'll show you anyway. I've got my pan, I'm going to put my Maison into it, and then I'm just going to pour some water over, not too much, just about enough curry we want. And I've got my little spatula, my little scraper thing, so I'm going to scrape the excess off there, get it all in, and then I'm just going to slowly start chopping it up. Once most of it is melted, I do go in with my electric whisking a bit to fully like make sure it's all dissolved. Now I'm going to have a little stir of this, so everything is starting to soften. So I'm going to leave the lid off now, because we need all them juices to not disappear but go lower. So now I am going to give it a quick whisk. You have to be careful. that should be nice and smooth. And now we just got to let it thicken. For the chicken, the juice has minimised, so the sauce is ready, so we're going to add it, so then it can all just thicken together. Get all that off, and whatever bumps will simmer out, but I have whisked most of them, or all of them, away. Sorted. So then we just let that simmer, and then you get your rice on. Now for the rice, we're going to put a tad bit of olive oil in the pan. We're going to do 1 cup of rice and give that a little bit of stir so it coats in the oil. This should do about 2 people. Obviously depending on how big you eat, mine's 1 adult and 1 child. If it's 2 adults you may need 2. And now kettle's boiled, we're going to do 1.5 cup of water. Make sure you use the same measurement you used for the rice, or it will go dodgy. Then we are going to add in about a tablespoon or half a tablespoon of salt. We're going to give it a stir, let it simmer, and then put the lid on it for 12 minutes. So it is simmering now, so I'm going to give it one last stir, put the lid on, and I'm going to put it on low for 12 minutes. As you can see, our curry is bubbling nicely. The curry is done. It's nice and thick enough. The rice is also done. I've moved it off the hob and I've let it sit without taking the lid off. Now I've took the lid off, and now we're gonna, it's very hard to do this with one hand. Give it a mix, 1 second. There we go. It's all nice and done and fluffy. As you can see, there still is about another cup of rice left and quite a bit of curry left. Obviously we can have more if we want more, but I have given us the standard size for obviously the guidelines: a cup of rice each and a cup of curry each.